Trading news isn't gambling in forex trading. It all comes down to how you actually trade it, because there are people that trade, and when I mean trade, they only trade news events. They are called fundamental traders. So if you want to be that kind of trader, or maybe you trade technically, that is with analysis tools on the chart, as you touch the fundamental aspects, you might want to watch this video to the end, because I'm going to be sharing with you 2 ways you can predict forex news events. So the first way I'm going to be talking about is a strategy that I personally have used, and it has worked for me, and it is called straddle. I don't really know if it's that popular, or if you search it up, if you would find it, but you can check it on YouTube. You can see more about straddle, but I'll explain it the best I can. So straddle is basically a strategy for trading news, whereby news is about to release and you use 2 pending order, 2 stop orders. So let's say the news is releasing by 1:30, and by 1:29 you set a buy stop above, you sell stop below. So either way the news goes, right, up or down, you have to be picked along to hit your order, and you'll be going with the move. But in my own aspect, that is gambling. You're only trading gambling, because a lot of people do this and risk their own account. When I did it back in the day, I was gambling my own account. I would just deposit, I think $10, $20 by, so if it doesn't go my way, and I'm losing the money because my way, I'm making money, very good amount of money. It's gambling, but this gambling, right, is actually systematic, as in, why you can call something gambling is when there is no system behind it. You're just doing something for no reason. You're just doing it because of maybe the urge to make money. But I can actually back straddling and say, yes, people can call it gambling, you can call it, but it's actually a strategy. You can have a stop loss, you can have a defined risk. So you having a defined risk, for me, just removes everything that says gambling. I said it was gambling at the beginning, but when you have a stop loss, because there are sometimes I'll just deposit $20, do it and read the other account. You can deposit $20, put the buy stop up, sell stop down, put stop loss 10, both of them, and you can see now that is trading. If you ask me, that is trading, because you have a predefined risk. Before the news 1:30, you know that if anything goes wrong, you are losing $10. Now it's left for your brokers to respect your orders, no slippage, and you're good to go. So that is the first way for me. You can trade news through using strategy, and that's just it. I've used it before and it works, but if you want to use it and remove the aspect of gambling, make sure you use stop loss. Make sure you're using a broker that is good. The best broker I've seen that I use this on, and it worked very well, and I use stop loss to hit my stop loss and respect it, was black bull markets. So yeah, the broker you're going to use is also going to be very important. The second and the last way you can trade news and actually remove the gambling aspect of it and actually be profitable is by predicting the news events. How? Not only by technicals on the chart, by drawing your technicals, your trend lines. I told you there are news trading is a whole different thing. News trading is fundamental trading. There are people that trade only news. These are fundamental traders. So if you want to come into their world, you need to do things their way. You understand? So what do I mean do things their way? Go into economic analysis. We do technical analysis for technical traders. Now for fundamental traders, enter economic analysis. What does that mean? You read about the news of the economy that news is releasing for. So let's say the news is for Canada. You find where you can read Canadian news, or the news is for America. You find where you can read American news, or the news is for Nigeria. You find where you can read Nigerian news. You get the gist. So let's say a very important news like NFP, right? I do predict, and I might be wrong, I might be right, but still, throughout last year, I've traded news on a small account. I used that account and I ended the year profitable. This account, I'm going to put a picture right here. This account was all economic analysis, part economic, part fundamental, and came out profitable. This proved that you can actually do it. So Now all you need to do is find a very trusted and legit website that you can read recent news, and I'm going to drop websites that I personally use. And number one is CNBC, number two is Forex Factory, number three is FX Streets. Now I use Forex Factory to just check the news, but where I personally like reading my news from is FX Streets, then CNBC. Now I'll read my news, and it actually takes understanding of what those terms in the economy means to know what is likely going to happen. So let's take for interest, you want to trade CPI, right? What is CPI? CPI is interest rates. So if you read the news and you hear that the American economy has seen a high or an increase in inflation, you know that it is bad. Increase in inflation is not a good thing. That means prices of goods and services are going high and to be less affordable for the people. You know that the value of the dollar is going to drop, because people won't want to be holding a currency that prices of goods and services are increasing every time and the currency is staying dormant. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So with that, you see, if you're trading a pair like USD JPY, USD JPY is going to be selling during the time for the news. So that is one way you can do economic analysis by reading news, and then you can still add it with your technicals. Let's say you can find your trend line, you can find your demand zone, whatever has your confluence, and okay, I've seen that from the economic aspect we are looking bearish. Now technical, we are looking bearish. Add those two. This gives you more confidence, more complexity. So there you have it. Two ways. One, straddling. You can do it with gambling, and you can remove the gambling aspect by using risk management. All that separates trading from gambling, in my own and in so many other people's own opinions, is that we have predefined risk. We define before we even take the trade. We have defined a risk, and we have a very good strategy backing everything up. So if you have a good strategy backing you up, you see you straddling, go for it, as long as you can manage risks. So if there's anything you don't understand, do well to leave it in the comments. For those of you that really want to trade news and you want more understanding on maybe straddling or reading the news, how to understand this, leave it in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you guys tune in to other videos I'm going to be posting. You won't want to miss it, I promise. And if you want to learn about any type of strategy, you can check my own videos. I've been dropping breakdowns of my other trades, and I'll be doing that more in the future. Yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Love.